I've heard about some pretty awful scams, but this might be the worst. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about an 81-year-old man in Ohio who shot and killed a 61-year-old Uber driver over a scam. Now, there's a lot I want to get into, but first things first, may the woman rest in peace and prayers out to her family. And there are victims on both sides of this. The old man who has been charged with the woman's death, and of course, the victim, the woman who is no longer with us. What happened was the old man was victim of a phone scam. Some people or some person was calling his house and they convinced him that someone was coming to his house to hurt him, to bring harm his direction. Now, the woman was also scammed. I'm not sure about who, if it was the same person, same people or whatever, probably so. She was sent on the false Uber ride. She's an Uber driver to pick up a package at the man's house. So the old man is in his house with his gun, thinking that harm is coming his way. The woman is just doing their job. They meet, and unfortunately, she loses her life, and he is going to be in jail for the rest of his life. 81 years old, that might not be much longer. Now, there's a lot I want to say about scams and this kind of issue in general, but first things first, let's get to the actual news clip. If you want to see the clip in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We're going to go now to a tragic story out of Ohio, where an elderly man is under arrest after fatally shooting an Uber driver, where authorities believe they were both victims of a scam. Alex Perez joined us now with the details. Good morning on this tragic story, Alex.
Hey, good morning, Michael. Authorities say over the course of several weeks, this man had received several calls from a scam artist demanding that he hand over $12,000. And authorities say he mistakenly thought the Uber driver was somehow connected to this scam. Warning, the video may be tough to watch.
This morning, authorities warning the public after a phone scam turned fatal. This dramatic dashcam video capturing the deadly confrontation between a female Uber driver and an Ohio homeowner last month after authorities say they were both unknowingly targeted by scammers.
Getting a report of a female that has been shot. She's laying in the driveway.
81-year-old William Brock charged with the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolitha Hall. Police say it all started when Brock received multiple calls from scammers who told him a relative had been arrested and demanded $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would arrive at his home to pick up a package with the money.
The guy on the phone was trying to get money out of me. He was telling me he was going to kill me and the family.
So if you guys didn't hear that, he said the guy on the phone that's been trying to get money out of me, he was telling me he's going to kill me and the family. All right. So maybe he called the police about this. Now, I don't know what the police told him after this. Obviously, if this is being recorded after the incident, then there's nothing you can do. But beforehand, what should have been told to him was, hey, you're being scammed. But clearly you can hear his voice. He's not 100% there mentally. 81 years old. You see certain people that are on TV all the time at that age that don't have it all together. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't.
The family.
Authorities believe the same scammers directed Hall through the Uber app to pick up a package at Brock's home. They say this video shows her walking up to his door with no apparent knowledge of the circumstances when Brock confronts her at gunpoint.
I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me.
So you see what's going on. I was threatened that she was going to come and kill me. All right. So this was what he was being told over the phone. So when the woman comes, just doing her job, not knowing what's going on because she's being scammed too, he is thinking, okay, now I got to do something to her.
You can hear Hall frantically trying to explain why she's there.
Yes, I know what you're after.
Police say Brock took her.
And see, the woman was told she's there to pick up a package, to deliver something that's not some money. And then he was told that somebody is going to come there to pick up a package of money. So when she's trying to explain herself, he's like, yeah, I know you're here for that. So you're also here to kill me because I was told that by these same people.
Her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, investigators say Brock shot her 3 times. Then he called 911.
I shot her in the leg the first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later dying from her wounds. Officers searching Brock's home after the shooting, saying they answered a call from a person they believed to be the scammer who agreed to a meeting but never showed up.
So to be clear here, what happened was the officers, when they were inside the man's house, the scammers called when they were there because the scammers be calling back to back to back to back. And the officers picked up. When the officers picked up, the scammer said that they were an officer. And the officer agreed to meet with the scammer, but the scammer never showed up.
Investigators saying they traced that number to Canada, but it's believed to be a burner phone number. Uber banning that account, cooperating with authorities, and in a statement saying, "This is a horrific tragedy and our hearts continue to be with Lolitha's loved ones."
I mean, there's not much Uber can do. I mean, people say that banning the driver, that's nothing. I mean, what can they really do? Not a whole lot.
According to the FTC, in 2023, there were more than 33,000 reports of family and friend imposter scams like this, and $89 million lost.
And Brock is out on bond and could face additional charges. Authorities say they want to remind everyone that law enforcement will never, ever call and ask for money. Guys?
All right, just a horrific story, Alex.
So that's what's happening out there in Ohio. I think it was South Charleston, Ohio, not far from Columbus. Yeah, really tragic event. And again, may the woman rest in peace and prayers out to her family. I want to say a few things here. I'm seeing some news reports and they're trying to make it be a racial thing. Please stop. Please stop. I mean, this guy, obviously old man, don't know what's going on, being fooled by these scammers, talking about they're going to come kill him. And, you know, you see that quite a bit. And, you know, usually that doesn't go to this level. Usually what happens when people get scammed like this, especially elderly people, they'll get scammed into giving gift cards. Yeah, you see all the time where they'll go to Target and get a bunch of Apple iTunes gift cards. Maybe that might not be a thing anymore, but it was at one point. It's to the point where your cashiers get trained on it or they know about it, and then they will try to intervene like, hey, don't do that. You're being scammed. This is not going to work. You're just being robbed of your money, that kind of thing, because they'll really believe the voice on the phone. I've seen it over and over. Like a lot of these scammers, they exist. They're there because it works. You see it all the time on the show called Catfish. Well, not on the MTV one, but it's another one online. I forget what it's called specifically, but it's about online catfishing. And you'll see guys drain all their resources, sell their house, give it to scammers, talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars lost from phone scams. A lot of Nigerian guys do this. A lot of, Eastern Europeans, a lot of Chinese might even get into it if they can pull it off. This is really for a lot of romance scams happen, but I've never seen one that wound up quite like this. What it reminds me of is swatting. I've been swatted before. I know other guys that have been swatted. And what that means is somebody gets your address and then they'll send the police to your house on the false claim. Oh, well, he beat somebody up. He got 85 bodies in the basement. Go get them. Okay. That kind of thing goes on. And they do it while you're streaming so they can see all the events unfold live. This might have been a situation here. They wanted to see a dash cam footage. They wanted to see what they did play out. They wanted to see the conclusion of it. That could have been the whole purpose. I can't really call it. Maybe it wasn't even about trying to see the woman get injured or lose her life. Maybe they thought the guy was going to put the money in the box and she would come pick it up and bring it to a specific place, and then that'll be the robbery. I have no idea, but these kind of scams do happen. And please, please, please be vigilant. If something sounds ridiculous or too good to be true, it probably is. And please, call your loved ones, make sure that everything's good, make sure they're not, and go visit your loved ones, because the officer said when they went in the house, the scammer called. So if you go visit your pawpaw and the phone is ringing off the hook, he might not want to tell you. He might be kind of embarrassed, or he might not really be sound mind to even understand what's going on all the time. He might have forgot. Answer the phone, okay, and see what's going on, and talk and see, and then you could tell your grandparent, your parent, your aunt, uncle, or whatever what's happening and how to avoid it. That should be what the takeaway is from this situation. Unfortunately, you have the woman, she's no longer with us, and the guy, this old man, probably not really a sound mind. Now he's gone forever. Really unfortunate. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What do you think could have prevented this tragedy? Anything? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I mean, these scams are really crazy. They're all over the place. I see it on my channel all the time with the fake people trying to get money. That's usually what happens, is a money thing. This could have been a robbery, basically, a theft gone wrong, because this guy's not really understand. It was just a scam that went wrong, or it could have been more nefarious, because we've seen swatting situations where the whole purpose is to have someone injured, to have someone lose their life. But you got to ask yourself, who would want to see this elderly man and this woman lose their life? What would be the purpose? It probably was a money thing. It didn't go the right way. And now we have a life lost and a life that's also lost, basically, because he's not coming home anymore. Really sad. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.